Adios, Captain Hand.
Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical, and I just had a buddy of mine drop me off in a remote location of the 10,000 Islands Florida island chain, okay? I'm down here in the middle of nowhere, and I've been dropped off with only my survival gear from Bone Tactical, okay? All I've got to backpack with me. I'm gonna survive for an indefinite amount of time. I just sent up my emergency tube tent, okay, that you guys have been able to see from that comes with the survival gear at bonetactical.com, and I'm just going to come through here and really just kind of show you guys a little bit of the campground that we've got going here. There's my emergency tube tent. It's going to be down possibly to freezing temperatures tonight, even here in Florida. Okay, here's the emergency bag right here behind me. Everything I need to survive in that is inside that bag. Do you guys think I'm going to be able to survive with just what's in that bag? I don't know, but I'm going to take you through it, and that's what we're out here doing. So as you guys know by now, I am out here camping and surviving down here in the middle of the 10,000 island chain down here in the Everglades in South Florida. All right, and I just started a fire. Okay, I have been surviving with only the survival gear that's there in my survival backpack that I've been selling on my website, bonetactical.com. I'm here to show you guys that it can be done, all right? That survival is possible with this gear. I set up my Mylar tube tent, so that's gonna be able to regulate my body temperature, also used as a signal device. I just started a fire with only my fire starter, okay? Magnesium fire starter, and the fire is going strong, guys, all right? It's about to be coming up big, but it's gonna get cold tonight, so I'm gonna need that fire to keep me warm. Again, all this stuff is available, www.bonetactical.com. So I'm out here in the wilderness, doing a little bit of survival, training my survival skills and using my survival gear. That's all the gear that I'm using is in the survival bag from Bone Tactical. I set up some shelter and a signal device in the form of a Mylar tube tent that will also help me regulate my body temperature. I started a fire that can also be a signal device and regulate body temperature as well. Comment below if you think you know what I'm going to do after this video next. But as you guessed, right now I'm probably a little bit hungry, worried about food and water. So I don't have to make a meal or cook anything because I've got the high energy biscuits that come in the bag. I can boil water if I need to purify it. Simulated shipwreck, simulated stranded at sea situation. I'm here in my Mylar tube tent that retains almost 99% of my body heat. It was freezing last night, down in the 30s, down here in South Florida on my little island that I'm simulated stranded situation. Had a buddy drop me off out here with just my survival gear from www.bonetactical.com. I'm here in my Mylar tube tent. If you guys didn't see me set this up, I crawled out a little while ago, started myself a fire, got a few things out of here. The headlamp really is a lifesaver. Okay, I was able to start my fire this morning while it was still dark. Didn't want to crawl out of here without these gloves on. All this stuff comes with the bag. So important, guys. It was so cold last night. A bunch of my buddies told me, don't even try it. It's actually going to freeze. And guys, I'm out here showing you the real deal of this stuff really works to survive. There's the bag right there on my little island. Out here doing the survival thing, out scouting the island. It was a cold night last night, but we talked about conserving body heat. We talked about signal device. We talked about starting a fire, all that stuff. One more thing I wanted to show you guys is the survival bracelet. This is again available at bonetactical.com. It has a fire starter in it. Remember, 2 is 1 and 1 is none, okay? So just remember that, guys. So we have in each bag, we have 2 fire starters. We have 2 whistles, signal whistles. We talked about signaling, but 2 signal whistles. We have 2 compasses, so I can find my way around. Cordage, we've got 2 sets of cordage. All the really important stuff. We have 2 of everything in the pre-packed survival bags, or you can buy this bracelet by itself. Okay guys, hydrocolloid blister plaster, okay? This is one of the most overlooked survival items that I've ever seen. We include these in our survival bag. I haven't seen anybody else including these in their survival bag. Why are they so important? Well, what happens is we as Americans today live a sedentary lifestyle. And that means when you get in a survival situation, your car breaks down, whatever ends up happening, you're stranded, and now you have to break into your survival gear. You're also probably going to have to walk a lot more than you average, a lot more than you normally walk. So what does that mean? That means you may get blisters. If you get blisters, you'll not be able to walk. You'll lose mobility. You can get infected, because we have first aid kit in there as well, obviously. But if you didn't have a first aid kit, or if you didn't treat it, then that could get infected, and you could get sick. You could even die from an infection entering your bloodstream. So it's so important to have blister plasters in your survival bag. Well, guys, hydration is so important, and we all know that. Why do we include a metal water bottle in our bug out bags and our survival gear? We also include, obviously, a water filter, okay? But we all know that we can't survive as well. 72 hours without water is about the longest we can go. 3 days without water. What happens if I need to purify water or boil it? Then it's so much easier to be able to boil water with a metal container, okay? And that's why we include a metal container in our survival gear, ready to go. It's aluminum, so it's light. So it's very light, very durable. It's not going to rust. It's not going to give you any problems. But you do have two methods for everything that's important in our bug out bag. So you have a water filter, so you can drink water right out of a contaminated source with our survival straw, but you can also boil water if need be, or if something happens to the survival straw. Thanks for watching. Bone out.